emojis. What's your favorite scary movie? And today, we're gonna be reviewing Scream 2022. I'm not keeping this on for the whole review. Okay. I was originally planning on keeping that on for the whole review, but I don't think so. I'll keep the robe on though. But yes, we're getting a review of Scream 2022, which I just got back from my screening of it, and I also got some a Q&A. I got to watch a Q&A as well via live stream. Obviously, they weren't actually at my theater, which would have been really cool if they were there. Let's go ahead and dive right into this review because I have a lot to talk about. And first off, I want to say this movie exceeded my expectations. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump straight into the review. There's like a lot I want to say about this movie, and my goodness, this movie fires on all cylinders and exceeded my expectations. I didn't have the highest expectations for this movie, but I really wound up enjoying it. Like, I had a lot of fun with this film. I thought it was well executed. The meta of it, like, I feel like it mentioned some things that I wanted to be mentioned with the fact that, and being in the modern day, 2022, there's a lot to talk about with that, and there's the horror genre, and there's a lot of stuff that I love is brought up in this movie. Talking about different types of horror movies and not just the slasher genre and things like that, which is really, really interesting the way they handled bringing this franchise back. The legacy characters returning are great. Dewey, Gale, Sydney, I feel are great, but like they're not the main focus, which is what I'm glad about. I'm glad they're not the main focus. I'm very glad that this movie tried to do, it gave like the new guys the forefront, which they did do that in 4, but this is more like they're following them. This is like feels a lot better, and they follow them a lot better, I think. Like the new characters. And the new characters are great. I really like the new characters. The Tara, I think is her name. I recognize her. I think she was on a Disney Channel show, and she was also in the second Babysitter movie, I think. I think that's who that actress was. I don't quote me on that, but it looked a lot like her. The kills are really good looking in this movie. Even though most of the stabs, like they're like I think this is the most brutal Ghostface we have ever seen. I think Ghostface is the most brutal it's been in this movie in the entire franchise. He is so brutal. Hey, future VTR here. I wanted to throw this in here because I just forgot. If you're a horror fan and you watch people online, there might be a cameo or from someone in this movie. Maybe keep your eye out. Ghostface is just so brutal, like just so brutal, and it's the thing is like, and it really feels it has a good commentary about like differentiating from the genre and going off and just doing what the heck ever. Kind of like makes fun of the whole how franchises just lose their touch and they need to tie back to the original, which is what this movie is commentating on. And I really like that. It's done very, very well. Getting to see this franchise again, and some of the, like this, there's some stuff, and it's like, wow, they did this. Like, it was so good, and I really enjoy what they did with this movie. And seeing this, getting to see Ghostface on the big screen is a big deal to me. With being a horror fan and seeing this iconic slasher on the big screen, it's just like getting to see a film in a franchise that you've been a fan of for years in the horror genre, and getting to see it on the big screen is such a big deal. Like, I've got to see all the recent ones. I got to see Halloween. I got to see Child's Play, even though it's technically not the same. But I've got to see Saw, which is also kind of but not like it's a bad movie, but like it's not the same. But whatever. This movie feels well at home with the series, and it's great, and it looks great, and it's filmed great. The effects are nice, and I really just do like the movie. Now, let me stop praising the movie so much and get into some of the negatives. The negatives, myself, when I watch a Scream movie, I'm trying not to. I don't really myself go to like, okay, who's the guy? Who's the guy? I just want to be surprised, but I don't try to speculate and push pieces together. But the thing here with it, it's the reveal is nice. I like the reveal. I feel like it's just reveals have been done better in other Scream movies. But in the theater that I saw this in, it was not a lot of people because it's just this is the night before it came out. But they were talking, not talking. I don't know. They were really getting into it. They were enjoying it. There are a few things that I could have, but for the most part, the movie is just dumb fun, and I love it for that. Not dumb fun. It's just a lot of fun. There's a good comedy. There are some characters where I really just was on. There's one character that I was just really wasn't feeling. There's this character that is kind of a Randy of this movie, which I like her, but at the same time I kind of don't, because it's like, I don't know, it's just something about that character, just like, it's a watered down version of Randy, I think. I mean, the actress did a good job and everything. It's just, that's just how I felt with that character. Even though I didn't hate the character, I just felt like they could have done a little better with it, I think. But also the smart things and like that character was really smart, and I would have liked to see more with her. Maybe if there is another movie planned, we will. But yeah, I really did enjoy this movie. Like, there's not much. I'm nitpicking right now. There's like nitpicks. My thing is, though, I don't want another movie. I think this is a good cap off to the series. I don't think we need another Scream. I think this one is a good place to leave it. And that's it. I think Scream, all 5 of these movies, is a good place to cap it off. I feel like this is a good ending for the series. And I don't think I've ever had a horror movie made me cry like this one. I'm not going to say what happens, but I cried. Not like I had some crying. I was like, that hurt, and that really hurt me. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But I loved this movie. I had so much fun with it, and I have straight up got to give it a 4 out of 5. I have to. I don't feel like it deserves any lower. I don't think it does. I really enjoyed this. It's right up there with the original, I think. I really like the original, and this is like right up there. And it's got the I talk a little crap about the Ghostface reveal in this one, but I did like it. It's just I feel like some of the other ones were better. So I guess that's what I was trying to say earlier. From the critics, got a 77% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 91 from audiences. So this movie is getting pretty good praise. Real quick before we continue, I do need to do my Scream. I didn't list out the Scream 4. Scream 4, Rotten Tomatoes has a 61 from critics and a 56 from audiences, which that's confusing, but I'm not going to get into that in the review about the new one. I recommend going to see, and this is like a good movie. If you're a fan of the franchise, you better hope you got a big theater in there, because like this is a late night. It was a later showing the night before, so I'm hoping like tomorrow, like people will get to see like a big there's some like for the horror genre, there's some Spider-Man No Way Home moments for people who are fans of this franchise, in my opinion. I was having big reactions to some of the stuff in this movie, some of the callbacks and just, and it doesn't try to play on nostalgia too much, like a lot of movies that came out last year did, with like The Matrix and Ghostbusters Afterlife, and yes, I will get around to those movies, but I had to get all these Scream movies done first. But Scream 2022, what do you guys think of it? I'd love to know down in the comments. I really enjoyed this movie. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!